You want to see the return that I actually got in my marketing efforts for Q2 for my wholesaling real estate business? Hey, what's up guys? Graylan Stewart here. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it greatly. I'm an entrepreneur and I run a virtual wholesaling company. We do wholesaling nationwide. So this video today is a follow-up from one I did recently about the marketing for Q2, like how many deals we did. And here's what that video looks like if you want to check that out first. But anyway, so today, as promised, I'm going to go over the actual return on investment that we got from those marketing efforts and kind of break down what we got per marketing channel, how much we spent on those channels, and then how much we got back in return. And then just an overall return on the business for those 3 months. So this is April, May, of June of 2021. So these are real numbers that I pulled from a report I did this morning, just showing exactly what we brought in on as far as the marketing, as far as the assignment fees go, and then how much we spent on that marketing. So it doesn't take into consideration, our overall expenses and that kind of thing, So the overhead and everything else. It doesn't take into consideration all of that, what we pay employees and everything else. This is just strictly how much did we spend on marketing and how much did we get back in assignment fees on those marketing efforts. And full disclaimer, not all of it is 100% wholesaling. A couple of these deals we actually close on flips that we did. So some of those numbers are skewed as far as the wholesaling part goes, but these are real, numbers that came in from these marketing efforts. But most of them are wholesale deals, but there are 2 or 3 of them that are actual flips. So anyways, let's get into it. So as you know, on the last video, we talked about how Facebook, we actually did 10 deals during Q2 on from Facebook marketing, okay? We did 5 deals from our cold calling efforts. We did 4 deals from our radio ads, 2 deals from our pay-per-click. We did 2 deals from RVM, 1 from SMS, 1 from JVN, and 1 from referrals. Now also, if you have looked at that video, and again, if you haven't already, I definitely recommend watching that one first and then watching this one second, because it'll make a little bit more sense. But anyway, so in the first video, I talked about how my Facebook and pay-per-click, those numbers could be sort of combined because I switched companies back in March that handles my PPC and Facebook. We do PPC and Facebook nationwide. Those are the only 2 channels we do throughout the country. The others are generated specific in one specific market. But anyways, so when I switched over to that company, they didn't distinguish Facebook leads from pay-per-click leads. It was just all kind of a hodgepodge. I knew exactly how much I spent for each channel, but I didn't for sure know, what leads were coming in from Facebook and pay-per-click, like I had always known in the past. And we have since fixed that. So within the last couple of weeks of June, that was actually fixed. So now, going forward for Q3, we'll 100% know what came in from Facebook and what came in from PPC. Pay-per-click, if you don't know what that means, which is Google AdWords. So anyways, so that's another disclaimer, just being fully transparent like I always am. I want to give you all the 100% truth, the good, bad, and ugly of wholesaling in general. So pay-per-click and Facebook could be skewed on the numbers a little bit, but they're real numbers, but some of those numbers could, be combined. Anyways, so let's get into it. So obviously the last quarter we did in referrals, we had 1 referral, and that actually brought us $10,000 in revenue, which is awesome. And $10,000 in revenue in ad spend, that was $0. Obviously a referral is free, so that's a good tip. If you can get referrals, that's free marketing that you get that you don't have to pay for. So and as I said in the last video, we need to get better at trying to get more referrals because that's free, and honestly that gives you an infinite return, right? Infinite return on your money. So what's better than that, So referrals is really where it's at. But anyways, last quarter we did one JV deal. We are ramping up our JV because we have, our Dispo website that we have every buyer in the nation. So we're actually building out a website right now just for JV, and so it's easier for people to JV with us. But anyways, we only did one deal from JV in last quarter that we closed on, at least. We only got $3,000 for that. So obviously it was a $6,000 assignment fee, super tiny deal in an area that nobody wanted. We just happened to get a buyer, kind of hooked that kind of wanted the deal. We really had to talk him into it, and we barely made an assignment fee. So it was $6,000 that we split. So that's $3,000 that we made. And again, JV didn't cost us anything. We split the deal. So this could say $6,000 and $3,000 here, but really, it didn't cost us anything, and we split the $6,000, so we made $3,000 on the deal. So again, JV, that's infinite return as well, right? So those are awesome. That's why we obviously want to do more of them if possible. So we'll keep on doing it. So anyways, we did one deal last quarter from SMS marketing, which is text blasting, okay? And we typically send out, between texting and RVMs, we send out about 5,000 every single day. Just depending on the day, because it's just done through Roar, which I've talked about in previous videos. It's just kind of a set it and forget it, and then it just runs. So anyways, we did one deal from SMS, and that total, we did $22,444 in assignment fees. That was just that one deal. $22,444, so not bad. I actually did another video on that, on how we did $22,000 on that deal. But anyways, so that actually cost us $2,237. So if we do the math, basically you take the $22,444, divide that by 2,237, just to return on the marketing itself. That's a 10% return, okay? Not bad. So 10% return is pretty good. Most people I know, they're good with 5 or 6% return, but 10% return on the marketing spend is really good in my opinion. If I can get, I strive to get 10% plus in everything that I do, if possible. So anyways, RVM. I also spoke about, RVM and SMS is probably going to go away in the near future, but until it does, I'm just going to ride it until it dies, because it's still making us money, so I'm going to keep doing it. So we did 2 deals with RVM for a total of $20,000. It was 2 different deals. They were $10,000 a piece, but we only spent $2,016 on that. So in my opinion, yeah, that's a good ROI right there. So let's do the math on that. So we've got 20,000, divide that by 2,016, and that's 9.9%. So basically that's a 10% ROI as well. I love it, right? 10% is awesome. So there we go. So pay-per-click. Now here's what I was talking about. Pay-per-click and Facebook, I probably should have combined, because I know we did more deals in pay-per-click that we just couldn't tell. It seemed like they were Facebook, the way they were coming in our CRM. We definitely know how much we spent on each marketing, but we don't 100% know as far as the return goes on this. So anyways, we did 2 deals that we know of for sure, and they were both really small deals, because these were in little bitty towns in different states that we never worked in before. So they were super small, but at the same time, we did $11,500 in pay-per-click that we know of for sure, and the return wasn't great. That's $10,006 spend to get that $11,500. So if we do the math on that, it's not great. That's like 1%. So $11,500 divided by 10,006. Whoops. 11,500 divided by 10,006. Yeah, 0.00. Yeah, so it's a 1%. It's less than 1%, to be honest. So we pretty much break even. We'll just call it that. It's a break even, because we didn't really do much on that at all. So it's not great, but when you see the Facebook number and combine those, it probably makes more sense that we probably got more deals on that than we think. But anyways, radio, we actually did 4 deals in the last quarter, And for that, we actually brought in $145,700. So that was huge. That was good. Radio has always been really good for us since we started it, and we've been doing it close to a year now, right out a year pretty much now. So that's been going great, and we love it. So what did we actually spend on that? We only spent $3,600, y'all. My ads are $1,200 a month. So $1,200 a month for $3,600 to bring in 145. I mean, that's pretty huge. Let's see what that number is. 145,700 divided by 3,600. That is a 40.47% return. I mean, that's huge. 40%. Man, if anybody in the world could get a 40% return on their ad spend, they would do that all day long, every day. I mean, 10% is amazing, but 40% is basically unheard of. Now, full disclaimer, like I said earlier, I think one of those was a flip that we closed on. It was like $67,000 profit on that flip. So, not all that's wholesaling, but total revenue in general from those 4 deals was $145,700. So anyways, that's a good return, whatever you're doing. It's in real estate, right? Mostly wholesaling. All right, cold calling, that brought in $84,250. And that was pretty shocking to me. I didn't realize we did so well in cold calling, because cold calling has never been 100% great for me. I've always done it because it's always done okay, kind of like RVM and SMS. I mean, they're okay, but cold calling's always kind of been the same for me. But this last quarter, it was really good. So I'm really considering maybe I should ramp that up a little bit. I don't know. But what did we spend on that? We spent $63.90. So basically $6,400 to bring in $84,250. So let's see the math on that. $84,250 divided by $63.90. That's a 13% return, which is super solid. Very happy about that. 13% return is not bad. So, last but not least, Facebook. That was our number 1 marketing channel for 2020, and it's so far it's been the number 1 marketing channel for 2021 as well. So we actually did 10 deals during last quarter, and this number is huge. That brought in $238,557 just from Facebook ads, and we only spent $81.95 on that. So that number is big. Let me see what that comes out to. 238,557 divided by 8195. That's a 29% return. I mean, that's huge for 1 marketing channel. But keep in mind, if we combined Facebook and PPC, which is probably what I should have done, that's more like when you add those together, that's like 249, 250 basically, and 18,000. So that's more like a 16% return or so, give or take, combining the two. So that's probably more realistic. That's most likely what it actually is. But overall, if you do the math on all this, for everything, I think that's about a 16% return or so. But let's do the math together. Let's just see what it is for sure. 238,557 plus 84,250 plus 145,700 plus 11,500 plus 20,000 plus 22,444 plus 3,000 plus 10,000. That's 535. 535,451 compared to, let's see, 8195 plus 6390 plus 3600 plus 10,000, 6, make sure I got that right, plus 2016 plus 2237 equals 32,444. So now, the same way, the way you get your return is what you bring back, divide it by what you spent. 535,451 divided by 32,444 is a 16.5% overall return. So I'll take that all day, every day. 16.5% total return for Q2. That is April, May, and June of 2021. So there it is, y'all. My second quarter marketing spend and the actual return that we got and the deals that we did. So if you take those 26 deals, 535 kind of shows you how much per deal. 535,451 divided by, we had 26 deals. That's 20,594 per deal. Now keep in mind, I think at least 3 of those are actual flips. So, but still, hey, almost 21 grand per deal to do, real estate is pretty awesome. I'm happy with it. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully it wasn't drawn out and too crazy. Hopefully you can follow that. You can snapshot it and run the numbers yourself if you feel like it. But yeah, so obviously what this tells me is, is what I thought. RVM and SMS stuff isn't amazing, but it's still bringing us money. That's why I continue to do it. Pay-per-click and Facebook, we're going to have that a lot better for Q3. I'm actually thinking about bringing that in-house as well. But the leads will be separated, so we'll know for sure what we're getting out of them, which will be a lot better. And it shows me maybe I should ramp up cold calling and radio. Especially radio. Look at that, 40% return. I should probably get on some more stations, and I might ramp up cold calling. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. We upload every single day, so just check out our next video, and I'd appreciate it very much. See you next time.